Okay, this is a Siphon Brewer, so I'm going to make a pot here real quickly. First step is putting hot water into the bottom glass piece here, and I'm going by the markings on the glass, so I'm just going to fill up to the 2-cup mark. Okay. And then we're going to start the burner below it. I'm just going to use the alcohol burner. This comes with the siphon. It's a little bit slower. Oh, hold on one second here. So the alcohol burner is a little bit slower than a butane burner, but it does the trick just fine for the 2-cup. We're going to put that in the water, and we're going to wait for a slow boil to happen in the water before we add the top piece. We do have to get the top piece ready with the filter assembled in it. So this is just a glass cone with a tube attached to it. So we're going to put the cloth filter in it, which is right here, and it has a little spring on it, so we can attach it to the bottom of the glass, so it fits in there snugly. So we just drop that in there. Filming this one-handed, by the way, so it's a little tricky. But we're just going to pull on that chain there, and there's a hook on the end of that spring, and we're just going to attach it to the bottom of the glass, like that, so that the cloth filter is stuck in there real well. And we're just going to let the water heat. It's going to take a couple minutes for the water to heat, so I'll stop this for a minute and come back when it's boiling. Alright, we've got a pretty rapid boil going on right now, so I'm going to take away the flame and let that cool down a bit. And the reason I don't want to have that rapid boil going is that the water is just going to basically shoot up out of there once I attach the top piece. So I want a soft boil going on. So I'm going to let it stop boiling, reattach it. See, it's still going pretty quickly, but we're going to put the top piece on. There's a rubber gasket there that's, we're sealing the two together, so the water's being forced up because it has no other direction to go. And as you can see, I didn't clean the filter last time, so the water's a little dirty. Normally I'd run it through the brewer without coffee to clean the filter. We're going to add, for the 2-cup, I add 15 grams of ground coffee. A little bit finer grind than a drip grind. We're going to stir that in there. Oops. Just going to stir that in there for I stir for about 15 seconds, and then I let the brew go for about 55 seconds. And so, what this brewer is doing, why it's sometimes called a vacuum brewer, is it's actually creating a vacuum in the bottom chamber there, and pushing up the water because of the heat. And when we remove the flame, the vacuum is going to suck the water back down, filtered through the cloth filter. Give this a few more seconds. And I always suggest using a timer while you're doing this. Since I'm filming at the same time, I'm not really timing this, so I'm just guessing. But we're going to remove the entire burner, blow it out there, and wait a few seconds here for the coffee to start coming down through the filter. And there it starts. And you'll know that it's still extracting, still filtering out, because there's coffee in the tube going down to the bottom chamber. Once it clears out and finishes, there'll be a slight bubble in the bottom chamber from the air getting through, and you know that it's safe to take off the top at that point. There's the finish, and there's the bubble, and we're done. So we're gonna gently take off the top portion, and then we're ready to serve the coffee.